Welcome back to another amazing episode of Roni's Remedy. I'm Roni, Veronica Baumgartner, your host, and I have all your life's remedies. We have a great show today. We have a filler-in guest. I was supposed to interview her sister. Her sister said no. Just kidding. She's really busy. So instead, we have Elene MacAdam.
Hello.
So she's here. Can you pronounce your maiden name?
Stephanakos.
Stephanakos. I like to say Stephanopoulos.
Mm-hmm. Some people say stuff and tacos and other things, but we won't mention the second one. So
I love that last name. So Maria was going to be my guest, and then a few weeks ago, she gave me a heads up, of course, which I'm so grateful for, not canceling the morning of. And she's like, hey, I have a doctor's appointment. I can't make it. You should interview my sister. And I already know you, and I was like, great. So I texted you. You never got back to me. And you were like, my hormones. I have a fog brain or whatever. And so then you did, and here we are.
yeah, I answered you in my brain, but my body didn't do the work.
Yeah.
So there we
I get
go.
that a lot, actually. They're like, I thought I wrote you back.
Actually, I'm really good at responding and reaching back out. So it was
I was surprised.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
I was
was.
more surprised with myself than you were with me. So yeah.
You're bad.
Welcome to your 40s.
Yeah, I just turned 40. I am now in that phase, and I feel great, actually.
I
So-
love my 40s. I know myself so well.
Yep.
I just don't care anymore about
Yeah.
what people think, what they want. I care about what I care about, and I'm really just secure in who I am. So
I love
30s
that.
were amazing, way better than my 20s. 40s are way better than my 30s. I can't wait till my 50s. I feel like it just keeps getting better and
Yes,
better.
And women, I feel, peak later. in
Yes.
life. I felt like my 20s were just an absolute mess. You're just so young. You don't know anything. You're learning. 30s was kind of a learning experience, and now I feel like I'm finally able to use that wisdom, in my 40s. So I'm just starting though. I turned 40 in March, and I was excited. Everyone's like, "Oh no!" It's like, "Oh, you're over the hill." I'm like, "What? I'm just getting up the hill."
I know. No, seriously. I feel like my 20s, I didn't even know my emotions or myself
right.
or how I felt about things. My 30s was discovering my emotions,
Learning.
who I am, how I operate. And now in my 40s, I got all that knowledge, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's build. It's easier to build that way.
Well, let's talk about what you're building. You were just telling me you have 4 companies.
I do.
So let's start with the first one.
So the first company that me and my sister started, I think in 2014, we started flipping houses. And with that company, we built up capital. We never took a penny out for a long time. Me and Maria did all the work. It was crazy.
You have another sister too, right?
I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. There's 7 of us.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
My parents did not have television, apparently.
They're like, we got other things to
Very attracted to each other, apparently.
do. So I know you and Maria, you guys actually bought my mother-in-law's house and flipped it.
We did.
I remember that. We were kind of in a crunch, and it just was supposed to happen. And it was
Yes.
great because we didn't know what to do with it, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was being run down.
Yeah.
And you guys turned it into something really, really beautiful. I remember when we went to walk through it after you were done, Bo just was so emotional.
Oh.
He was sad because his mom had passed, and that was his childhood home. But he was so grateful for what you did to it. It was just beautiful. So I can be one of your ratings. I can be a review saying you guys did a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, we're actually taking a break from flipping right now. It's kind of like one of those things we binge and purge on
Sure.
it because you get kind of burnt out.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of work, and we have other projects going on right now. But the one thing, we are renovating something right now, but it's our personal cabin. So that's a little different. And that's our whimsy project of it's, I think we'll get some momentum to do flips after this because the hard thing about doing flips is you make them so beautiful and then you sell them and you don't enjoy them. So the cabin feels so special because we're doing all these renovations and doing it to our fancy.
And you get to enjoy it.
And our whimsy, and we get to keep it and enjoy it.
Where is it?
It's up in Pine, Strawberry.
Oh, never been there.
Oh my gosh, I love
Okay, well,
Strawberry and
let
Pine.
me come.
Yeah. Yes, we're actually, this is really cool. It's a community project. So a bunch of my friends are going up there and doing work for a cabin stay because it needs a total renovation.
Yeah.
This cabin was built by a couple that was madly in love. They had it since the 70s. There's a picture above the front door of them building it.
Aw.
And they've added on to it, but it just needs a ton of work. So we're going up there when we can and doing the work on it.
Okay.
and designing it to our little fancy.
To your liking.
Oh my,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Like
That's
me
really
and my
cool.
sister have like the most cutest little like cottage taste. We just took all of my grandmother's blue and white china up there.
Wow.
And hung all the teacups and like it's just a special place to get away from all like the demands of our life and take our kids up there and cool down from the summer.
Yeah, I've always told Bo that when we were like when the kids are older and everyone's out, if they move out, you know, that I want to retire like in a cave in the middle of the forest. I just want to be away from civilization. You know, have privacy.
I
Just
love
quiet.
that.
Yeah.
Our retirement goal is a little bit different. Me and my husband want to buy a sailboat and we want to sail America's Great Loop.
Wow.
And then we want to hire a captain to take us to Europe and we want to sail Europe for a couple years and live on a liveaboard.
yeah, I love that.
It's a very expensive dream, so we have to work very hard.
Hear that, Bull? Get to work. Her husband's name is Bull, by the way. I love that. Okay, back to you. So you got the flipping houses company. What was number 2?
So that company actually evolved into
Okay.
buying a shopping center. So we own a shopping center in the foothills.
That's right.
It's a cute little mini mall. And we have the best tenants. There's like so many good stores and restaurants in there.
What's it like being the owner of that? I mean, do you manage it?
I do.
Okay.
I love it.
The tenants. It's like you gotta manage people.
I love the tenants. So next to the shopping center was my dad's second restaurant when he came here in 1990. Now it's a Chevron. My sister sold it a couple years ago to Chevron in 2023. And half of the tenants that were in there I've known since I was a child.
Wow.
And we used to terrorize them. Me and Maria and all the kids would be sent to the restaurant with my dad because we were just...
All seven of you.
No, my dad was like, I can handle 3. He's like, give me the 3 most rambunctious. And it was always me and Maria.
I'll put him to work.
Oh, I peeled eggs. I've worked in a
love
restaurant
that.
since I was like 5 years old, honestly. Like hard work. I mean, I probably peeled 10,000 eggs in my life, like
Probably
honestly.
more.
Probably more. And you know, I've butchered a cow, like all the things, right? Like seriously. But we would go and terrorize the people at the shopping center. Like I remember getting Dawn dish soap and like putting it all over the sidewalk and
man.
stealing my dad's cigarettes.
That's a lawsuit right there.
Oh yeah, now we own it. I'm like, I can't believe the things we did and they didn't kill us. Like,
Hey, you're just
seriously.
kids.
Yeah, we were.
So you guys own the shopping center. How many tenants do you have?
So I think right now we have 19 tenants and we love them all. I love managing it. I used to have a property manager, but I actually like managing it. Me and Maria co-manage it because we own that together. And I love it. I love talking to them. I like coaching them if they're having any difficulties. I learn a lot when they're having growth spurts or if they need help with stuff. So
Not every day is going to be a sale day, you know. And we all know Yuma summer is dead.
And that's the last exit. So like, please go out there and support, you know, all of our people.
Boulevard?
It's Foothills Boulevard. We've got Wicked Taco in there. We've got Nichum Cafe. We've got Howdy. We've got Allstate. We've got Farmers, H&R Block. We've got, there's a dog groomer in there, Bubbles. It's amazing. We've got cremation for dogs.
Oh,
my
whoa.
dog just got cremated there.
sorry.
And it's okay. You know, it was his time. He was a sweetie. The girls, that hit my kids harder than it hit
I'm
me.
sure. We have no animals.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm like, no. I don't want to deal with that. Our hedgehog dying was hard enough.
Oh, yeah. I have one animal left. I have my precious poodle, Chief, and oh my gosh, I don't want another animal because I'm so attached to him. And we've now, when me and my husband met, we both had a dog named Duke.
Really? How
Strange,
weird.
right? And my neighbor had a dog named Duke too.
Oh, whoa.
And so like we'd go outside and be like, Duke, Duke, Duke.
All 3 of them.
Everybody was like duking out.
Oh my goodness. All right. So you work with the tenants, you manage it, you love that. So was the next one Wheezy's?
Actually, we got Wheezy's first.
Oh, okay.
With all the money we saved from flipping houses, we bought Wheezy's. And a year into having Wheezy's, I think that was in 2017, October, we bought Wheezy's. About a year into that, we bought the shopping center.
Gotcha.
And we've had Wheezy's for 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
What was it? So okay, you probably can't answer this in 2 minutes, but like, what have you learned, you know, from beginning to now?
Well, if you want to do personal growth, then own a company. Because
Like start a business.
Start a business and start businesses with your family.
You know,
You're gonna grow.
it's challenging working with spouses,
Yep.
sisters, brothers. It really, really is. It can be good.
Yes, it can be great. And I
Because
have
you know each other so well, but then it can be bad because you know each other so well.
Yes. So if you're, I work, I work really, really, really well. I do have a company with my husband too. And me and him opened our flip company in 2021, and him and I work seamlessly together.
That's awesome, because me and Bo don't.
Oh, and that's okay too.
We tried.
Yes.
No, really. We tried to have a meal prep business. It was his idea. We were prepping it out of the house. It was all great, but like, we're both Aries. We butt heads. Like, we're not gonna back down to each other, and we have different work skills and styles. And after a while, I was like, this is going to ruin us. Like, and I don't want to be that statistic. So it just ended. He might start it one day again, but I know for us, we don't.
Well,
Let's just be married.
I think I had a lot of practice before I did it with my husband, with my sisters, on how to not take things personally. Because like when they're family or spouses, it's not like at work you will take things personally. You're like, they don't like me, or like silliness, like seriously silliness.
Like dumb stuff. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
And so I got a thicker skin, and then I realized like me and him put really good boundaries in place. So we're like, all right, we're not going to talk business at home at dinner. Like after we get home, we can talk business during the day, but we're not going to bring that up at night because it's just going to stress us out, and we can't. So you have to have separation is what I learned
And
with
maybe
him.
in the future, maybe you're right. Maybe if we did follow those guidelines, it could work. But I don't think we're there. And now he's a firefighter, about to be a paramedic. I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. So, so that's too much for me.
That's too hot.
Some of
Literally.
the stories he tells me, I'm like, stop. Just stop. I don't want to hear the details. Like, they're too much. Too gross. Okay, so how's Wheezy's going now, though?
Amazing. So we've
it.
got a great staff. Maria's in there managing it. Like, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
She's killing it. We've got a great manager in there. We're coming out with some new stuff.
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh,
I like
thank
it. I
you.
like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And the food's good. And it's always a good time out there. Is it also on Foothills Boulevard?
No, that one's on Fortuna Road.
Okay.
So it's south of, it's the most south restaurant on Fortuna.
Gotcha.
It's south of like Dutch Brothers down there and First Bank Yuma.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Wheezy's is great. And I met Maria years ago. And then I've been there a few times, and I love the restaurant. So, but it's thriving, which is, it's honestly hard for sometimes a restaurant to thrive in Yuma.
especially in the summer, especially in the foothills.
Yes.
And you have to kind of roll with the punches as like your sales like dip so much. So it's like really managing yourself and your emotions, and then like, okay,
Like, we're going to close.
Don't freak out. Every summer you're like, ah! But also it's a chance for you to get in there and like, renovate stuff.
That's right. And like think of new ideas to get customers in. So it's like always teaching you and growing and learning. So you've got all those businesses. What else is coming? And you also kill mosquitoes. We can talk about that for like 2 minutes. Like I remember we interviewed you on another radio about the mosquito problem here. So you're still doing that?
Yeah. So I manage Yuma County Pest Abatement District and Yuma County Citrus Pest Control District. I'm a decade into that job. So
you like it?
I love it. It's
You like it?
awesome. Yeah. I do a lot of different insect programs, and I work with a lot of different people and agencies. And right now we're working on some fly issues.
I was gonna say you're like the fly lady right now. Everyone's coming to you.
Oh, it's
Is
interesting.
it stressful? Because we all know here in Yuma like what's going on with the flies and why. Kind of.
I'm excited that things are starting to move again on this.
Good.
This was an issue when I first started that my predecessor, Chris Sumner, who's brilliant, worked so hard to get this cleaned up. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like we owe it to him to
continue.
finish it.
Or finish it, exactly.
And get this, and there's some easy solutions here if the right people take accountability. I'm just
There
going to
you
say that. And there's multiple players and the right people.
Yeah.
So.
And, I see it online and stuff, but I don't know too many details. But I have faith that you will exterminate these flies.
And it's not me, it's other people. Like I'm just, and we went through different agencies and tried to get it managed properly. Now everybody's on different agencies, because this is a multi-layered, multi-agency, multi-law, multi-issue problem with multi-contributing factors. It's not just one factor.
One thing. Yeah,
no,
exactly.
it's multiple.
Yeah.
So it's, and even us as people, we need to clean our backyards, make sure we're cleaning up feces in there. So making sure our garbage cans are cleaned in the bottom. I found maggots 4 times this year in the bottom of my trash cans. Yep.
And I've cleaned it. I am in the front yard, like cleaning it. It's disgusting. But I'm like, ew, to that. That's even worse to leave in there. It sickens me. But me too. That's what I was telling you, like with the flies getting in my house and then they go to your trash. And I'm like, oh my God. They even like one time they even hatched in the house. It was disgusting.
Yep.
So
yeah, no, seriously. I'm the
Great
fly lady.
conversation.
No, I'm the fly lady and I had them in my trash can. I was really upset. So, and first time I tried to clean them with Pine Sol, didn't work. And I was like, so I went to bleach and bleach works.
Yes,
they
I
didn't
use
come
bleach.
back. So bleach
my husband's
water.
like, just make sure it's just bleach. You're not making some sort of gas concoction where you're going to pass out, you know, but I use bleach too. It does work.
And this mild spring that we had, it got hot quick. We had no freeze this winter. So our base population was so much higher.
Yeah.
And then all the contributing factors, the garbage cans. So watch your trashes. And if they're dirty, clean them out. So that'll help.
It seems simple. A lot of people don't want to do that though. It's gross. But there's companies out there that'll do it for you.
Also,
they always leave business cards on my trash. They must not think it's clean enough.
I know. They should have came to my house this spring. It was bad.
All right. Well, we got to dive into the questions, but you have so much going on and I love learning about you and always what you're doing. And I watch you online and you're traveling, you're doing all, and you love your husband and your family. And I'm just so proud of you. And you're a great businesswoman. And I just want to give you all those props because you deserve all of them.
Oh, thank you, Roni. And I look up to you. Like we met in the coolest way a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I love your family. I've known Lindsay and your brother forever. I grew up with them. So to see you guys together and watch you grow and do this podcast, like I'm so proud of you.
Thank
and like
you.
I'm inspired by you and I like to surround myself with beautiful women
That's why I
that
was
do
so
the work.
excited for you to come on because I'm like,
too.
yes, this will be a good, like, she's got it.
I'm honored.
Okay. All right. Well, if anyone wants to check her out, Elene MacAdam, that's your name online, right? Like social media, all the things. Go check out Wheezy's. You need a house flipped, hit her up. And you're like, maybe later after the cabin.
I feel like it's coming.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a great introduction. And now you're just going to pick a random question and read it, and we'll dive into it without messing up all the mics.
Oh, I did.
Here we go.
I did that. Okay. Oh, this is a long one.
Okay.
I found out at 18 years old that my now ex-husband gave me herpes. Did I really have to pick this one? Oh, this is funny.
This is my one STD question. And I even had to ask the publisher, can we put this in the paper? She was like, heck yeah. It was so funny. I was like, okay, here we go.
Well,
it's a real question.
Has anybody else got this, or am I the first one to pick it?
No, we're done with them.
Oh, okay.
So we'll roll it up and throw it.
Oh, okay.
You're the only one that'll ever pick this question.
I'm going to get a lottery ticket because I feel like I'm lucky if it's your only STD question and I got it.
Yep.
Solid. Okay. It is now 15 years later, and I struggle feeling like I will ever be able to be open about this topic. I still cringe at the thought when the topic gets brought up in public. There is such a dirty connotation with it, when in reality, the only reason I know I have it is because of the blood test. My ex-husband is now remarried, and here I am alone. Do we actually live in a world that is becoming more open and vulnerable, or is this just a trend? Honest skeptic.
So what's the first thing that comes to mind? Do you think we live in a world where like people can be open and honest about their diseases?
I think the right people, right?
Yeah.
I think I think working on your shame. So anything that happens to your body, you feel shame over, especially when it's like a sexual transmitted disease, because society has put it out there as like, you're dirty.
Yeah.
This is dirty.
You weren't safe. You made bad decisions, but don't we all?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But you just so happen to make one where now you have a lifelong consequence because of it. But there's medications and there's being open and honest. There's apps out there where you can actually, and I only know this because like my friend just told me about it. That's how she started dating somebody, because she has it, and she's like, there's an app where like it's called like A positive or something, where like you can be on it and everybody there has something. So
I
you
love
can
that.
like relate with that community and they're okay with it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So like there are ways today to manage it well, but she's upset because her ex has moved on and he seems to be okay and she's not.
Well, and that's the thing. If she works through her shame on this
Yeah.
issue, she'll be able to own her story. Now, like when we leave things in the dark and we can't talk about them, we have all made mistakes.
That's
We
right.
have all had lapses in judgment.
Oh,
Also,
yes.
condoms break.
Yes.
And diseases get through.
Yes,
like
right.
I have under, you know, like I've worked in a microbiology lab. I studied microbiology. Things happen that actually aren't even your fault. So I think forgiving herself, like working on self-forgiveness, working past the shame, and then owning it and helping other women that have that disease. I have a really close friend that also got herpes, and me and her talk about, you know, the shame involved with those things sometimes, and just working past that and getting out there. And guess what? If you tell people you have it and you're honest, and they have the ick with you or whatever, those are not your people.
Then that's not
it's
the
a
right
gift.
one. Yeah.
And looking at it as a gift and being honest and owning your story and not having any shame over it, I think is so powerful. And people really respect that when you can own your truth.
Versus hiding it.
Yes.
And then what if you lie and then you give it to somebody?
Exactly.
You know, like that's what happens a lot of the time is like, no, I'm just not going to tell anybody. I'm not having an outbreak. And then you still transmit it. So that's how diseases spread.
Right.
So I love everything you say. I was going to say the same thing, you know, and before we started recording, you know, we were talking about working on ourselves now in our 40s, you know, and starting to love ourselves and just not care. You not care what people think. You have it, you have it. You don't, you don't. So that's exactly what I'd say. Like work on your shame, work on yourself. You don't need to go tell the world, you know, that this is.
And also, if you want to tell the world, tell the world. Like, who cares?
I have it, yeah. But there, you see, there's just so many solutions to it today.
But also, you know, own your story and
Yeah.
don't be afraid of the truth, because the right person is going to love you no matter what you have.
I agree. And
You know?
our story is our biggest asset. It really, really is. Everything that I've been through, I have no shame in telling like any sort of like sexual things or bad decisions or being a bad mom, you know, at a stage in my life. It is who I am today. And the key is, though, that I don't repeat those things.
So we can stay stuck in a story of shame. We can stay stuck in a mistake. It is so easy, and I've made some huge mistakes. Some that have been all over the news. I don't care. You know, I own it. Seriously.
Mine was publicized.
Yeah, mine made national news. You're welcome. Like, you can't use that against me because I learned from that, and I'm grateful for that lesson. It made me so strong and so smart and such a better businesswoman and such a better person. Or I can stay in these stories of like, I made a mistake, I'm bad, I did something wrong.
Victimhood too. Yeah.
Or I can switch out of that and say, okay, well, yeah, I did something different, but I'm not going to live that way anymore. And actually, I'm going to help other people through this story too, so they don't stay stuck. She's staying stuck, and she's choosing not to. It's a choice not to live your life and to stay into victim. You know what? You don't need to. Go out there and date. Who cares? Own it. And
be open and real.
And be open and take it as even the rejection of people that are going to reject
they
you.
will reject you.
It's rejection therapy,
that's
and
right.
you're just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And you know, so looking at it, the way we look at things are so important in this life.
Yeah.
You know,
good answer.
Yay.
I was waiting for somebody to pick that question, and it happened today. I knew it was in there, and I'm like, I wonder who's going to get it. You're a great person for that.
Thank you.
Because you have great advice.
Oh.
So roll it up,
Yes.
throw it at a camera, and we'll pick another one.
Oh, we get to do it again?
Yeah.
Yay!
Maybe 2 more times if we have time. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's like. It won't be an STD one. That was.
I mean, hey, I'm here for it. Whatever it is. Life is messy. So are we.
That's very true.
Oh, it's another relationship one. Okay. Question. I have been in 2 relationships. The first one was with a psychotic narcissist, and I don't know if that is the reason why this last relationship didn't work out. I feel like I didn't give my all, and I didn't heal before starting the second relationship. How do you overcome a physical, mental, and emotionally abusive relationship? Just wanting to get better.
Oh, wow. So you're married. Is this your first marriage?
No, I had a practice marriage. That was
How long did it last?
18 years.
18 years.
I was very stubborn. I kept hitting the wall, and instead of turning left or right, I just kept hitting the wall for 18 years.
Banging the wall. Oh, sorry, my phone went off. So this is my first marriage.
Nice.
We're on year 7, but I'm Bo's second wife. But he also says the first one. But they were only together for like months. and it was drug and alcohol fueled. And he was just like, we didn't even like barely live together, you know? And so he too learned from that. But I did have a prior 10-year relationship, you know, to Bo, where it was a lot of toxicity. So I relate. So what advice would you have for this person? What was their question?
The question was, how do you overcome a physical, mental, and emotionally abusive relationship? So I have been through this where I was in a relationship that we were both toxic with each other.
Exactly.
And so I think the first step is to take accountability that what in you thinks that you don't deserve somebody better.
Yeah.
Because
there's
a worthiness issue.
I love that.
It is.
Someone was just texting me yesterday wanting to be with somebody that's like violent and in jail. And I was like, girl, there's something broken in you to make you want such a loser. And I just had to be real about it.
I love that for you.
I felt bad, but I'm like, okay, this is like the 10th time we've talked about this. Why do you think you deserve that?
Yes.
You deserve this. Yes. But to get there, you got to work on you.
Yes. And what led, and for me, I had a very difficult childhood. My parents lost 2 babies, one at 4 months, and then my mom had a full-term pregnancy that she had to have a live birth death, and it was very traumatic. And we were all traumatized. I think I was one of the kids that found the baby dead from SIDS.
Oh my God.
But I don't even have those memories. So there was a lot of trauma that happened for all of us in my family in our childhood. And it was, you know, nobody's fault, just life happens.
Yes.
But because of that, I grew up in a household that didn't have the emotional support that 7 kids needed.
Yeah.
And I had to raise a lot of my siblings, as well as other siblings also had to raise other siblings. And so I just didn't develop a lot of self-esteem or self-worth. So my first big relationship was just somebody that I felt could protect me.
Okay. Right? You felt you needed that you were
I
missing
needed
that.
Yep, yes.
That's right.
And so I had to do so much inner child work to discover why I chose the type of men that I chose.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting them them down or anything like that. I chose that. I did that. I was attracted to that because there was things inside of me that I needed to work on.
Yeah. And that's working on you. That's digging deep about your responsibility in that. And that's what I like, because me too, like being in that relationship, I was just as crazy.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh,
if not crazier.
I was the crazier one. Yeah, because I was trying to fix the person. Yes. And that is so unfair to the other person. Yes. I was so controlling. Oh my gosh. When I was in my practice marriage, I was crazy.
Yeah. And like we fed off each other's crazy, you know, like jealousy, infidelity, violence, and plus drinking and drugs for us. That was our thing, you know. And then we had a kid in the middle of it. It was just insanity. And so getting away from that, I had to move zip codes away from him to realize, get out of the fog and be like, oh my gosh, this is not healthy. And then I did a lot of work for a few years on myself, you know, and then me and Bo got together and here we are. And it's not perfect by any means. We still have disagreements. We still can give each other the cold shoulder. Like we're just humans, but there's just such a deep love there where it's like, this is what a relationship should, this is healthy. Like, this is crazy. You know, I don't even know what, I never even knew it existed.
Me neither.
You know? Yeah.
But, you know, a couple of things I did that were really, really, really valuable. And I really relate to her dating people that are not healthy. Was I went to group therapy. Group therapy and being in therapy with other women that had the same challenges taught me more about myself than anything, because sometimes it's really hard to look within ourselves and not get triggered. But when you go in it with a bunch of other people and you're like, you see yourself in them. Oh gosh, she's going through this. I do that too. Oh, why do I do that? Let me resolve it, instead of it just being, you know, there's something wrong with me. I'm off. And also reading. I followed a lot of people that taught about why I chose that type of relationship. And I did a lot of workbooks and dug really deep within myself. And I actually took a year and a half of just straight, like I was just like a nun. I literally
celibate.
I was so determined when I realized the dysfunction I was showing my children.
And that's the kicker right there, man.
Oh,
doesn't it feel horrible?
It burned me. When I woke up and I awoke, you know, I woke to that.
Yeah.
I realized the responsibility I had, and I made a choice, and it was really hard for me to leave, and it was really hard for me to get out of that. And I was so determined, and I was like, I'm not going to show my kids this. And I am so proud of myself because my marriage is so healthy and I'm such a healthy person now. And my husband, the relationship I show my kids is so beyond healthy.
Yeah.
It is, people want our marriage.
Yeah.
I have an amazing marriage. I have an amazing spouse. He's an amazing stepdad.
Yeah.
Just an amazing person. And he brings out the best in me and I bring out the best in him.
I love that.
So I think there's hope, but you have to have grit and determination and you have to dig into the work. I had a therapist. I had group therapy. I had 2 different group therapies I went to. I had a personal trainer. I mean, I was literally like,
you were all in.
I was all in.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I do anything, I was like, if this kills me, I'm going to resolve this within myself. And I did.
And sometimes like we don't love ourselves enough to change. We do it for other people. So it was like your kids.
And
And my son was 5 when me and his dad broke up, and I had to change for him. I was like, if there's gonna be somebody, like he has 2 messed up parents, one of us needs to be a little sane. And so I changed. And like you were saying, the stepdad stuff, like Bo's been an amazing stepdad to Kemper, and now we have Keen who's 8 and Remy who's 5, and we're teaching them like what a healthy relationship is and not growing up in a split home, because that's what I did.
Yeah.
And it was messed up,
Me too.
you know, and that's one of Bo's biggest fears, you know, is growing up or having our kids grow up like that. So that's why he's always like, let's work on it. It's like, of course, I'm not just going to throw in the towel, you know? And, you know, when we hug and stuff, the kids just love it. Like they run up and hug us too, you know, and it's like a big group hug because they're just like, yay, we love, you know? So cute. I know.
So there is hope for people, you know, it's big but you have to dig in and you have to do the work and you have to resolve that. You know?
Got to value yourself too. You got to value yourself, break the toxic cycles in the family. That's like one of the biggest things we're about is like break that toxic basket that's been passed from family to family and just get rid of it.
And I definitely am. I was always the black sheep. I was always the cycle breaker. And it's painful because you go it alone. It's a lonely road and you get misinterpreted a lot. But also that helped me build a lot of strength. And the crazy part now is like my mom's in therapy, and I know she would be fine if I shared this, and other people in my family are in therapy and they're growing and they're healing past these really toxic patterns of, you know, not loving ourselves. And I'm still working on myself. It's like, okay, that what you talked about, that gap of not doing it for ourselves but doing it for others, now I'm closing that gap and I'm showing my kids, no, if they don't treat me right, they are not allowed in my space. So it's closing the gap of that and taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves to have the best life, because we all deserve it, you know.
How old are your kids?
Oh, which one? So I've got a 20-year-old, I've got a 23-year-old, I've got a 35-year-old, and I have a 30-year-old.
Wow, they're all much older. Wow.
So we're like the Brady bunch. Bull brought in 2, and I brought in 2.
Okay.
Well, he brought in 3 because we have a grandbaby with our daughter, so his daughter. So we've got, the older kids are his and the youngers are mine.
Okay. Just curious. Yeah, I didn't know how old they were, how many you had. Yeah, I still have little ones, you know, and it's just been amazing to be present for them. Honestly, that's one of the biggest gifts of changing is being able to see that, you know, and know, and that they get to grow up knowing they're safe. You know?
You know what? And like, I literally, that's my mission in life.
Yeah.
I don't care. Money's great. Yeah. Companies are great. Sure. Yeah. All the jobs are great. Like all these things are great. But if I can show my kids a different way of living that nobody in my family line on either side has ever lived, that is my mission.
That's a success. And I always say, like, you got all these material things that you can't take them where you're going when you die. What matters is your character and how you treat people and the legacy you leave in your children.
And how you treat yourself.
Yes.
That's so big. And we don't talk about that enough.
That's right.
You know?
We could talk all day. We're out of time. I hate it. All right, roll it up, throw it. Roll it up. Thank you.
That was a deep one.
I know. We're over here like, this is amazing. That was great. That flew by. Okay, show's over. Anyways, why don't you remind people how they can get a hold of you if they want to for anything?
Yeah. So, I'm all over the internet. I'm on Instagram sometimes, and Facebook is probably the easiest one because I manage some pages there. And for Wheezies, like we do a lot of fundraisers. So if you guys need a fundraiser, send it to our page.
Yeah, you guys are all about the community. I love it.
I mean, much expected, much given, much expected. We kind of live by those rules to give back to people because it's a circle, money, giving back to people and supporting our community. And we do the best we can. Sometimes it's harder than other times to do it. But we're all about,
Giving back
and helping the people.
You have to help your community to receive as well. You know, like you said, it's a circle.
It's a circle.
So keep up the amazing work. I'm sure you'll open maybe more businesses in the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and
That's
keep
the goal.
growing.
Yay.
I've watched you grow since I've met you too, and just you're a different person.
Oh.
That's true work.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah.
So keep having a great marriage. Say hi to Bull for me, and we're done. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.